Hello, hello. Aha! Today we will look at the last card in the tarot, the Universe card, Roman numeral 21. Okay, you're 21 now, old enough to drink. This is the end. Beautiful friend, the end. This card is typified as the crone card. The wise old witchy hippie woman. She has followed the lightning flash of the minor arcana from the ones to the tens. She knows of the 11th Sephira. She has taken the fool's journey from Roman numeral 0 to Roman numeral 20. She has a working Kabbalah. She is now initiated. Now she is the crone. The triple goddess, as you know, is the little girl, the woman, and the crone. The little girl is the high priestess card, the woman is the empress card, and now the crone is the universe card. The crone is not egocentric, she is ecocentric. She has opened the seventh sill. I will leave a link in the description on opening the seventh sill. Ecocentric means she is one with everybody, everything, including the universe. She is one with the universe. Her corresponding Hebrew character is the Tau cross. See it in the Sphinx's hand right there? A more detailed picture of it is right there. When we think of a cross, we think of a lowercase t, but before Christianity, it was seen as the capital T, called the Tau, because it is shaped like the Greek letter Tau. The lowercase letter T shaped cross is called the Latin cross. The Tau cross is also called St. Anthony of Egypt's cross, the Crux Commissa. The Hebrew Tau is found in the 9th chapter of Ezekiel, verse 4, meaning a person that has turned away from sin to a life of goodness. The crone is a woman of goodness. At the top of the Tau cross are 3 knots. It's easier to see in this one. See? It's like a knot at the top and like a double knot at the bottom. Unless it's the other way around, I'm not really sure. But it looks like the one on the bottom is bigger. Friar Francis tied these knots for poverty, chastity, and obedience. And we see the Tau cross in Psalm 119. Tau is the last letter in the Hebrew alphabet. As you can guess, as the universe card is the last card in the tarot. So we see the idea of the Tau antedates Christianity, as do the tarot, if you believe they came from Egypt. But much extra meanings have been added since Christianity, like many of such ancient symbols in the tarot. The corresponding planet for this card is Saturn, because it is attributed to the Tau cross. Saturn is the slowest of the planets, so it is associated with elemental earth, like we already know in the triple goddess. Saturn is the old god, god of fertility, like we saw in the devil card. The presence of the letter Tau upon the tree of life, the Sephirot, indicates a state of equilibrium between change and stability. It therefore symbolizes the completion of the great work. Remember, modern religion is your art. Let's look at the chart. The universe pathway is right here. It connects number 9, Yesod, which is purple for the astral realm, and whose planet is the moon, with number 10, Malkut, which is the bottom of the tree, the last Sephirah. It is manifest form, the results of the working Kabbalah, in this case the crone or the wizard. So it connects the subconscious with the results through magic, witchcraft, or as the Christians call it, salvation, or the enlightenment called nirvana. Remember though, as the Buddhist saying goes, before enlightenment, chopping wood and making fire. After enlightenment, chopping wood and making fire. But maybe your fire is your art, your music, like America's indigenous peoples. Maybe it's your drum. Let's look at the cards. Okay, here's the Sephiroth decks universe card. Okay, we see the Sphinx crowned with the 7-pointed star of Venus for Mother Earth and wings for higher consciousness. She holds the Tau cross. Her tail is a serpent ready to strike. She sits on the symbol for elemental earth, and below her is the tree of life. Then you realize this is but her reality. She is inside a scene on earth, but she is also one with the universe, as we can see around her. She is ecocentric, aware, and with a working Kabbalah. Now let's look at the Thoth deck. We see a naked woman dancing with a snake. They are one. It is the spiral serpent. She is aware life is not linear, but is a spiral. Above her is the eye of God. I think of the song, "Just see and know that, just see and know that." Behind her is a geometrical solid symbol, and around her are the stars of the zodiac. She is in the 4th dimension of time, the 4 winds, as we see with the 4 cherubim, the tetragrammaton. And at the bottom is Sullivan's map of chemical elements. The Thoth Deck's guidebook says, the essence of the question itself, synthesis, the end of matter, delay, opposition, inertia, perseverance, patience, the crystallization of the whole matter involved. Some say there is no scientific evidence for astrology, but if every day for years you get proofs, it adds up to hundreds, if not thousands. That is because it's not like science in that way. Like Karen Armstrong says, it's not something that you can be taught. It's something you do. I think of a launch pad. It's a launch pad, not the rocket. You're the rocket. Yon sway is but a launch pad. You must take the journey yourself. No 2 snowflakes are the same, but all roads lead to Rome, home. But not if you never take the journey. It's about the journey, not the destination. Now let's look at the Crow's Magic card. The guidebook says, incredible action taking place, international acceptance or gains that are on a higher level, having worked so hard and so long for success that when it happens, it's hardly noticeable, allegiance. The guidebook for the Herbal Tarot says, to unite, to join together, to encompass the whole, supreme feeling of union, healing and success. The guidebook of the Sephiroth deck says culmination, successful integration, dynamic arrival. We see on the Crow's Magic card here the Earth surrounded by the zodiac. And we see the eagle soaring. Have you ever watched a documentary on bald eagles? They are badass creatures for sure. Also inside the magic circle is a serpent. Remember, it reminds me of why I got my first tattoo in 1996-97. I got a tattoo of a blue and purple snake in a spiral shape on top of a circular checkerboard. It was a tribute to my first friend when I moved to Utah, my sister's boa constrictor. I became angry that humans have demonized snakes, so I wanted to make it obvious whose side I was on. My next two tattoos were also snake themes. A tear that reveals inside I am a snake, to show I am something inside no one knows about. I didn't know about transgender people yet. And my other tattoo is on my other shoulder. My first tattoo is also a shoulder one, of what I look like if I were to shed my human skin, revealing that inside I am a snake person. By the way, my sister's snake was named Marley. I also did not know anything about Rasta yet. Anyway, both the Thoth deck and the Crow's Magic deck have snakes as the center. The worship of snakes is one of the oldest religious concepts, along with phallic worship. Indeed, the world could use more phallic worship in these spiral times where our men are beaten down yet still have so much to learn. We see the head of a bald eagle at the top of the card. And the king of beasts, the lion, at the bottom of the wheel of life, the zodiac. He is the Lion King, king of the zodiac. Let's look at this universe card. It has at the center the logo for the United Nations. The two olive branches represent peace, and the map represents the countries of the world. The emblem represents peace between nations. Will we learn well the lessons of the fool's journey? Will we use our working Kabbalahs for good? Remember, the olive branch as a symbol for peace comes from the mythology of Noah's Ark. The olive branch the dove brought back to show land was to be found. Peace from the storm. Remember, your religion is your art. Bob Marley's message was and is his music/art. This card will support you when you seek to expand your horizons, whether physical or mental. Travel may be indicated in connection with a creative project or with a business. This trump card will show you in developing a sense of community and extended family. This major arcana card, or as they're called in Egypt, this Atu card, is a doorway into a universalized and continuously expanding consciousness, going from human-centric, abolishing war and redirecting energy, to ecocentric, which is to say one with the universe. This Atu card brings global awareness and a global consciousness, starting from the individual rippling out. It can mean involvement, such as positive partnership, possibility of travel, or pursuits and activities that expand and enlarge your understanding of the world. A time of success when you cannot put a foot wrong. It can mean that you feel some unseen force is supporting you and guiding you from Yesod to Malkut. Like Jim Carrey says in his motivational, I'll leave a link, that you can ask the universe for what you want. According to him, it's how he made his fortune. The Kabbalah works. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Like Jimi Hendrix said, "Excuse me while I kiss the sky. It can be done."